What's up, y'all? This is Andy Story with Wild Lumens, and today I want to share with you an amazing Christmas present that I just received. Now, it's a little early, it's not quite Christmas. As a matter of fact, when shooting this, it's December 1st. But my dad just got back from the butcher. He went ahead and picked up a full cow, and what he did was shared it with himself and his friends, and he ended up giving me a quarter of the cow. The reason for this video is to show you how much a quarter cow looks like and how much space you're going to need if this is something that you want to do. If you're serious about the carnivore diet, I would definitely recommend that you just purchase your meat through a rancher and get it butchered, and then that way you're saving money, and plus you're getting a ton of different cuts. The other cool thing is that when you go this route, you end up saving a good amount of money. Now, I didn't get over the money specifics with my dad on this one because it was a Christmas present, but I just know when we were kind of discussing numbers nonchalantly that this meat came in around, I want to say around $4.90 a pound, which is good because this is grass fed, and the rancher is actually a friend of my dad's, but I think that's the same price he would have gave everybody. So $4.90 a pound, and then this here is, I want to say, anywhere from 100 to 130 pounds. Like I said, I wish I had the specifics, but since it was a present, I'm not sure on the exact amounts. But if this is something you're interested in, you can expect to pay anywhere from a little over $4 a pound to $5 to $6. When we did this in California with my brother and his girlfriend, Emily, the whole thing came just over $6 a pound. Here in Colorado, it's a little bit more affordable. The other thing to consider is that when you do purchase from the rancher and you take it to the butcher, they give you an option of either vacuum sealing like you see here, which is a little more expensive, but this meat will last a little bit longer. Or they'll just wrap up the meat in butcher paper, the white, I'm sure you've seen just the white wrapping, and that way it usually lasts up to 6 months. But this will last a little longer just because it's vacuum wrapped. This does cost a little bit more money though, so I'm not sure exactly how much how much more it costs, but it's a significant amount. One other thing to mention is that I ended up getting all of the bones and all of the organ meat because nobody else wanted it. So here I have a beef heart, and here I have all the bones. And these bones, that's a good 30 pounds of bone. This one's a little smaller. But what I'll do is use the bones for bone broth and bone marrow. And if you're interested in bone marrow and bone broth, take a look at some of the other videos I've made down in the video section, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The cuts that we received are what my dad picked out. Generally, when you do this route, the butcher will give you a little sheet, and you can just kind of mark off what kind of cuts you're looking for. This is pretty much everything that my dad picked, so I'm not sure on the specifics, but like right here I have a beef arm roast. I got a lot of ground beef, obviously. Over here got a ribeye, probably my favorite cut of meat, and then over here got some short ribs. So everything was split equally into 4 shares, and I'm pretty sure we all got the same stuff. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and put this in the freezer. All we have is a small 14 cubic square foot freezer, which will easily handle all this meat. And there you go, guys. That is how much a quarter beef fills up, which turns out to be a 7 cubic foot freezer. This freezer here is made by Hot Point, and then see that green light? That makes sure, or that lets you know that it's on and functioning, which is important because you don't want your meat to thaw out and go bad, which just happened to one of my friends recently, and he was pretty bummed out because he didn't lose everything. It was probably about 30-40 pounds of beef. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like with the 30 pounds of bones. So everything fits fantastically. That's what a quarter beef looks like. That's how much you'll expect to get. One little request that I have, if you've just watched this video and you dig it, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment below. I want to clarify the size of the freezer. That freezer is only 7 cubic feet, and as you can see, it works perfectly for the amount of a quarter cow. Would it work for a half cow? I don't know. It would get pretty close, especially if you have the amount of bones that I had. So it pretty much filled up 3/4 of the way with the bones and the quarter beef. I'll put a link to the exact same freezer that I'm using right now so that you guys can take a look at it, and maybe this is something that you want to do. The freezer's not that expensive. The meat, when you break it down, being around $4 or $5 a pound is hard to beat, especially if you're getting a good grass-fed cut or a good grass-fed cow like I just got. But then again, you can't beat an awesome Christmas present. Maybe do this for one of your family members or friends. That's a great idea. Go ahead and get them a quarter cow, a half cow, or even a full cow. I think they'll be very, very happy. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.